All right, guys. So with all the price hikes going like crazy, games being 80 bucks now because it's gonna happen, and with consoles, their prices going crazy. I felt like what's you know a way that you can save up money, a way and a fun way also. Finishing your backlog. Pretty simple, easy, and fun. And I'll tell you, like, look, I'm not the only one. There's no way I'm the only one with a huge backlog like how I have. There's games, older games, that I don't own that I would actually like to play that are cheaper. And that's the key right there. We're all gamers. We're all gamers. It doesn't matter if the game is 5 years old. It doesn't matter if the game is 10 years old. If a game was released 5 years ago and it was fun then, it shouldn't be any less fun now. If the game was released 10 years ago and it was a classic then, it's still a classic now. And if you haven't played those games, what are you waiting for? These games are dumb cheap. You can definitely get your hands on these games, man. Like, come on, man. Till this day, I'll still play Ocarina of Time. And I'm not saying, go and already play the games that you own. You can do that. You can do that if you want to. I'm just saying, the games that you own, that it's still there in the wrapper. I got like 2 games that I haven't even opened up yet, which is crazy. It sounds crazy, but it happens. I know I'm not the only one. And I got a few games that I opened it up, played it a little bit, never finished it, never really gotten that far. I'm not the only one. I'm sure that y'all, a lot of y'all are in the same position. So finish them. These games have value. You already spent money on them. So what are you waiting for? Man, I'm telling you, man. I'll tell you this. Like, I understand that it's very tempting when you see a new trailer for a new game that's coming out. Like, when you see this trailer and the game looks crazy, and I'm like, man, I need to get my hands on that game. And then I get it, and then responsibility hits, and then I get busy, right? I'm like, I gotta work, or I gotta wake up at this time, and I get home and I'm like, man, I really don't want to play right now because I'm so mentally drained or physically drained. I just don't have it like that right now. It happens to all of us. But we need to try to get out of that mindset. Honestly, we really have to try to get out of that mindset. Because again, like I was saying, when you see this new trailer, it's tempting and it's exciting and you want to get that game and everyone is talking about it, and it's like you want to be part of that conversation as well, and a part of that hype. It's that's when you have to start thinking to yourself, is it the hype? Like, am I buying this game because I truly want it, or is it because it looks cool on paper, it looks cool on the scene, and everyone is talking about it, and then I just didn't have the time, or I didn't have the money, when you could have waited. There's value in waiting. You can also do that. You can wait until it gets cheaper. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why you have your backlog. I used to look at that and I used to be like, man, why am I doing this? But I'm glad now. I'm so relieved that I have a bunch of games just there laying, waiting for me to play them and finishing them. Like, I'm not even in a hurry anymore. I'm chilling and I'm good because I have my Steam library. I got my Switch and Switch 2 library. Not many games. I got like Metroid Dread. I haven't played it yet, but I'm gonna play it. I understand that it wasn't that well received, but I have my own opinions on that. Like, I don't really follow everyone's opinion. I follow my opinion and I follow me. I follow my likings, and I like Metroid as well. And I don't know. Let's see how well it does. I got Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy 7 Intergrade. It's there. I haven't played it yet. Matter of fact, I think I haven't even opened it up. It's one of the games that is still in the wrapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just there, and I haven't even opened it up yet. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I had to stop that. I couldn't continue on just getting the game just to look at it. There's nothing wrong, and I'm gonna tell you this. There's nothing wrong with collecting games. I'm like, please don't misunderstand my, what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying don't collect games. I'm not saying there's nothing worth, but you can do whatever you want, okay? I collect a few things too. I like owning physicals because I like, in some way, I'm not saying I'm a master collector, but in some ways I like collecting games as well because, again, I have them physically. But I'm just saying, there's a difference between collecting games and playing them. It's two different hobbies. And like I said, if you want to collect them, fine. But I'm just saying, man, you're in your mid-30s, almost turning 40. If you have the money to just keep buying games, don't even want to play them, okay, fine. I can't do that. Time is limited. We only have, at best, an hour to play. Like, you want to keep buying games and not play them? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't really make sense at all. That's why it's just a lot better and a lot easier to just, wait a little bit. Those games are not gonna disappear. GTA 6 is gonna be... GTA 5 was around for I don't know how long? How long was GTA 5 around for? Still around. GTA 6 is not going anywhere. I don't know, man. I am just saying. I'm not talking about only old games. I'm just saying your backlog in general. It don't matter what year it is. I mean, this year, when it finally clicked and it was like, that's it. I'm not trying to get new games anymore. I'm finishing what I own. I was able to finish Katana Zero. I was able to finish that. Bayonetta, that's an old game, but Katana Zero is not that old. And Shredder's Revenge, Ninja Turtles, that's not that old either. But then, Resident Evil 9 was released, and I was like, I gotta get that because, like I've mentioned before, that Resident Evil and Zelda doesn't take a backseat from no game. When those games get released, everything else gets put on hold. And then, but we finish that first, and then we continue with the backlog and everything else. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, so what? Super Mario Wonder, ended up finishing that this year as well. I felt, great finishing these games. I felt like I was making I'm like, man, it's been a long time. I'm pretty sure there's, you guys have in a year finished a lot more games than I have so far. But I'm just saying, for me, I mean, back then, it's a different story, man. It's a different story. But right now, like at the age that I'm in, with the responsibilities that I have with my wife and my daughter and all of that, I'm proud of myself that I've managed to finish at least 6 games. That's like a game a month. To me, that's actually a great improvement compared to, 2 years ago? Like, come on. I know that a backlog can be stressful. Some of y'all look at it as unfinished business. I see it differently. I see it as, games that you already own, that you already spent money, waiting for you to, to play them. They're just there, sitting there. I see value. You know what I mean? I see value when like I said, with all the, with all the price hikes and everything, it holds a lot of value, man. It holds a lot of value now more than ever, to either play what you own or look at the deals that's been out, or like with these older titles or even newer ones. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about that. Am I crazy? Should I start, forget these older titles and just buy the new ones? I don't know. Let me know, man. I'd like to know, what type of games you guys have owned that you should have played and never really did, and it's like it was just there laying there, because I would like to know, so I could get these games, and I'm pretty sure they're dirt cheap right now. So you know what I'm saying? So thank you guys for your time. This is Navon Wise once again, and yeah, peace.